Hello everyone, it's Sandra, and today's video is going to be a get ready with me. We're gonna go from drab to fab. I'm just going to share with you my current everyday long wearing full face makeup. We're gonna play with some exciting new lip products, which, spoiler alert, it's Lisa Eldridge and I'm absolutely in love. And I'm also going to share with you the skincare routine that I've been doing every morning. So it's kind of like a feel-good fall beauty routine. I started out with one of my favorite skincare products that just came back in stock after a long hiatus. It's the Lindstrom Honey Mud face mask. I have loved this face mask for the last 3 years. Back in 2019, I think in the spring of 2019, it was discontinued. It had to get reformulated because they had some issues with the stability of the formula. It finally went back into production around August. I signed up for the wait list, and then only last week did I manage to get the link in my email to be able to buy it. So right now, if you want to buy it, you have to go through the Lindstrom website, kind of sign up for the wait list, and then they send you an email when they have stock available for you. So that was a very long-winded way of me saying the Honey Mud is back, and I'm very happy with it. So this morning, this was like my cleanser and mask in one. I just woke up, I applied this all over my face, I kept it on in the shower, I kept it on for about 30 minutes. So I just like did my morning routine with it on. Then I washed it off and went in with the rest of my skincare, which you will be seeing shortly. So if you want to just hang out with me and do a little beauty routine this morning, keep on watching. This is the new vitamin C that I've been trying. It's from Amore Pacific, and I really like Amore Pacific skincare. This is not L-ascorbic acid. It's ethylated L-ascorbic acid, which is a more stabilized form of it. There isn't as much research done on it in terms of its antioxidant properties and pigmentation lightening properties, but if you're somebody that tends to break out or get really irritated from traditional L-ascorbic acid vitamin C serums, you might want to try something with ethylated L-ascorbic acid in it. I've had a lot less irritation with these types of serums, but can't say the brightening has been revolutionary or anything, but this, I do like the ingredients list of this, and it feels really nice and soothing. It does have fragrance in it. It's a very, very light fragrance, and it's the same fragrance that's in all Amore Pacific products. So if you're familiar with that, it's like a powdery, clean scent, but it's very subtle. It does not linger on the skin. You just get like a slight whiff of it when you're applying it, but it doesn't stay. Will it help fade this pesky pigmentation spot? Time will tell, but this is what I'm using. So this is what I use every single morning after I cleanse. Then I like to go in with my hydrating serum, and I'm still using the Dr. Loretta Intense Replenishing Serum. Now I use this morning and night. If I use this at night, I use 2 drops. If I'm using this in the morning, I use 1 drop, because this is a quite a thick serum. It has like an oily consistency, and I like to start applying it on my cheeks, which is the area of my face that is more dry. I have an oily T-zone right now and dry cheeks, so when I go in with a moisturizing product, I start applying it on my cheeks. And I mean, when I'm doing my skincare in the morning after the shower, I'm not usually wearing a sweater, and I do take it down to my neck and chest. Sometimes I do an extra drop, but I thought that today, for demonstration's sake, I would get ready here on camera to show you what I've been doing. And this just feels really moisturizing and soothing, and it just really calms and relaxes me, which is great. Then I go in with my moisturizer, the Reversa Collagenique. It's a lovely moisturizer. Again, starting off on my cheeks. I use this at night also. At night, I use a bit more of a generous amount, but this is really nice and moisturizing. It's basic in the best sense of the word. It's not fragranced, not greasy, but it does pack exactly what my skin needs. It's just gentle and moisturizing, and my skin feels really nice and nourished. And I do take it around my eyes as well. And then if my under eye area feels like it needs a little bit of something extra, I'll go in with eye cream. This is my Giorgio Armani Light Reviving Eye Cream. This is such a wonderful eye cream. It is so moisturizing and buttery without being greasy. It also has like a very slight illuminating effect. So I would recommend, if you're interested in it, and if you like other Armani beauty products, they do gift with purchases sometimes, and they also have samples of it available whenever, if you want to order from the Armani website. That's how I initially started using this eye cream. I had a sample of it from a gift with purchase, and it was actually quite a good size sample. I was able to use it for a month and a half. Then for SPF, since I'm doing my makeup today and I'm going to apply, I'm going to do my full face routine that I've been enjoying so far, I'm going to use my Paula's Choice sunscreen. This is a youth extending daily hydrating fluid, SPF 50, and I use 2 finger lengths for my face, and then I do another finger length for my neck. This is super lightweight, really hydrating. If you have quite oily skin, you can probably just skip your moisturizer and just use this, because this is definitely moisturizing enough. But there's absolutely no white cast or anything. It does smell like sunscreen, but there's no fragrance in it or anything. And it does have like a slightly dewy finish, which is nice because I'm going to be using a more matte foundation on top of it. But because I'm applying this with a damp sponge, you will see that the dewiness kind of ends up coming through. So using my Lancome Teint Idole, I use the shade 230. And today I'm going for like more of like a medium to slightly full coverage. So I'm using 3 pumps. Again, applying it on my cheeks first. This foundation is starting to be a bit too dark for me. It's almost time to switch to my winter shade, but we're going to make it work. But as you can see, there's definitely, if you use something dewy underneath, this will show through the foundation. Then for the under eye area, I'm using my Pat McGrath concealer. This is in the shade 10. I love this concealer. It's definitely more of a full coverage concealer, but it's really smoothing and it's very flattering under the eyes. And if you're in a pinch, this concealer also works well on the face. A little bit of Pat McGrath under eye powder. And to set my makeup, I'm going to use the Sisley HD powder. I like this powder because it's not powdery. It sets the makeup, but it doesn't look cakey at all. It's a very undetectable powder. It does not have great oil control though. So if you're looking for an oil control powder, I like the by Terry Hydro Powder. This is more of a soft focus finishing powder. Going to do just a little tiny little bit of bronzer. I've been into very minimal bronzer lately, just ever so slightly, mostly down my neck to blend in my foundation. I find that in the summer, I'm very much into a heavy bronze look, but in the fall and winter, I like the blush to kind of make the statement on the cheeks, and I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Ecstasy blush. Really beautiful peachy pink. Has a very soft sheen to it. And if I feel like I overdo it, I can always go in with my powder brush and just soften it a little bit. For eyes, Burberry Almond, my old discontinued fave. If you mix like MAC Wedge and soft brown, it will take you there. It's not a revolutionary color by any means. What I really liked about this now discontinued Burberry sheer eyeshadow formula is that it was just really sheer and easy to build. Very similar to how Surratt eyeshadows are, which apparently are also getting discontinued. I just think that I guess people don't really like sheer eyeshadows. We're still kind of in that age of heavy eyeshadow swatches being really impactful, and obviously the more pigmented an eyeshadow is, the more impactful it will look when somebody's swatching it on Instagram or on YouTube. So that tends to grab the attention of the audience a lot more, and I'm assuming those types of eyeshadows generate more sales than if I were to just swatch a sheer brown for you. That wouldn't really do anything, right? That wouldn't be an exciting thing to look at. So that's my theory anyway, why these sheer eyeshadows are not getting as much love and attention. Going to take the same eyeshadow underneath. This is a Pakuhodo. I don't know what number this is. It does not have a number on it. The Charlotte Tilbury smoky eyeshadow brush, whatever it's called, that one is a very similar shape. It's like slightly domed and dense. And then I usually go in with like a shimmer. I'm gonna go in with Surratt Dore Rose today, which is just a really pretty, warm, champagne-y type of shade. I just want a little bit of a sheen on my eyelid, but nothing too metallic, nothing too dramatic. And for eyebrows, I don't know why I shake it because there's no shaking mechanism in it, but I'm gonna do Ardell Stroke-a-Brow in the color dark brown. And I love the tip of this. I like the color, but these dry out so fast. Like, I think this is better than the Glossier, but the Glossier doesn't dry out after 2 weeks. The Glossier one lasts me like 3 months. This just does not last as long. But if you're like me and you just have like a couple of bald spots that you like to do, you can work with it. A little bit of brow gel. My Marc Jacobs mascara is starting to get old because it's a lot clumpier than it used to be, so I'm just taking Glossier Lash Slick and running it through it to separate it a little bit. Now let's go on to the fun stuff, the lip, which is something that I've been waiting for. My new Lisa Eldridge lipstick order has arrived. I also ordered her lip gloss. This is in the shade Muse. I think this is sold out now, but they're coming back in the spring. And this really is a beautiful, super moisturizing lip formula. I'm going to show it with just on my lips with no lip liner or anything, just so you can see it. It's the perfect My Lips But Better color for me. The applicator is beautifully shaped to kind of hug the curves of your lips. And it really is a beautiful, very cushiony, slightly oily. It almost feels like a lip oil. You can obviously amp it up with a bit of a lip liner. Actually, let's use MAC Strip Down Lip Liner because I've been into like the brownier tones. So you can really just contour the lips with a lip pencil on top, just to get a bit more shape and definition. Then I'm going to go in with another coat. This color is perfect. It's a lot lighter on my lips than the Muse lipstick. I love this so much. This is so comfortable, effortless, and when you wipe it off, you still feel the moisture that it leaves behind. Then the other two things that I bought are red lipsticks, because I'm at the tail end of one of my favorite orangey red lipsticks, NARS Red Square. This was just my favorite summery orangey red, and it's dying, so that was a perfect excuse to buy two new ones because, you know, beauty math. I bought Velvet Morning, which is a beautiful, bright and punchy, summery orangey red. And then I bought her new shade, Velvet Dragon, which is a bit more toned down. So this will be a great orangey red for fall and winter. I'm going to swatch them on the back of my hand. This is NARS Red Square. This is Velvet Dragon by Lisa Eldridge. And this is Velvet Morning by Lisa Eldridge. So they're definitely all in the same color family. I guess looking at them in the camera and looking at them in real life, Velvet Morning seems to be a more fitting replacement for me for NARS Red Square, just in the way that I would use NARS Red Square in the summertime. And then Velvet Dragon is like the slightly more toned down version for fall and winter. I'm going to put on Velvet Dragon today because it's fall after all. I'm going to apply it out of the bullet. So then I'm going to just take this brush. This is actually an eyeliner brush. It's a Laura Mercier flat liner brush, and I'm just using it to all right, so this is the finished look. I am so happy with it, and it certainly made me feel better. So hopefully this inspires you to kind of play around with what you have, and maybe if there are any new beauty products in your life, it kind of maybe inspires you to play around with old favorites and the new stuff that you picked out. Just makeup just always has the ability to make me feel a little bit better, to help me put a little pep in my step, even if I am just hanging out at home. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today and for watching this video. All the products that I used, my earrings, anything of note will be linked in the description box below. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.